Hey guys, Jessica here with Tiny Worlds of Wonder, stopping in to share a much requested video today about how I store my unfinished and finished diamond painting canvases. I hope you'll stick around. Hey guys, I hope you've had a wonderful week. Welcome back to another video. If you're returning once again to the channel, welcome back. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks so much for watching my videos. I never expected anybody to watch my videos. The fact that you're here is just so nice. That's so nice. Thank you so much. If you're brand new to the channel, my name is Jessica. I'm the COO of Weirdness here at Tiny Worlds of Wonder. If you like crafting videos with a little quirk and a lot of positivity, you're in the right place. So I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I release crafting content of various kinds every Monday morning so you can start your week off with a bang. So today, like I said, we're going to take on a topic that I've mentioned briefly in videos before, but this is especially a topic that has been requested by you, the viewer, because as I accumulate more diamond paintings and finish more diamond paintings, I have had to really change how I store things. So I'm going to give you kind of like my top 3 ways that I store canvases. And of course, your method of storage depends a lot on how big your canvas is. So let's get into this. The first way that I store my diamond paintings is in their original box. I have a stash of boxes in my closet. I find that it's pretty easy to store them this way because they take up very little space. You can stand them up or stack them up depending on what your space looks like. You can keep everything kind of together. You don't have to worry about scattering things all around and then digging out your drills from somewhere else. So that is the first thing that I do. And sometimes, as in the case of this box, I actually repurpose the box once I finish the canvas that came with it and then put a different canvas inside of it. I have actually a DIY moonshop canvas stuck down in here right now because those don't come with a box. So I sometimes save my boxes and reuse those. So that's the first way that I store my unfinished canvases. Now, if I get a canvas like a DIY moon that did not come with a box, I sometimes use a trifold display board to store my canvases flat. I stick this board up in the top shelf of my closet so it's kind of out of the way. And what I do is I tape down, if you see on the side here, I just tape over one flap so it kind of creates a pocket that doesn't open so they won't fall on my head when I try to get them down. And then I leave this top flap open so it kind of creates a pocket, and then I store my canvases there. So you can see I have some kind of mid-sized DIY moons inside this portfolio. It will say usually on your display board what the dimensions are. So this will fit, this is 60.9 centimeters wide by 91.4 centimeters long. I do find that the folding action takes some of the width away. So I can't fit a 60 centimeter wide canvas in this, especially with the border, because remember, these borders on diamond paintings add inches to the edges. So I think about like a 55 centimeter is about the biggest I've been able to fit in one of these display boards. But this is a great way to store your canvases flat. It keeps the dust off them. You could even tape, if you want to cover kind of this gap in the middle, you could even tape like a flap of paper over it or something, so you just completely keep the dust out of it. I've had a lot of success with this. The only downside is if you're storing it flat up on a surface, it gets really heavy after a while, so it gets hard to get things down. But this is a great option for like mid-size diamond paintings. And then for large paintings that are larger than this width of my display board, I usually grab some of these pants hangers. So what I did to get these was go to JCPenney and say, hey, do you guys have any hangers, pants hangers in your trash, like going out to the trash? And they did, which is very sad, but they did. And I asked just for the largest size they had because I want the width here to be as wide as it can be. Then I just pinch the borders of my diamond painting in those clamps and hang them up. Now I will give you a warning if you decide to do this, that these clamps do have a little tooth on them and they will make a dent in your canvas. So you want to make sure that you're not clamping the adhesive part of your canvas. You don't want to ruin anything there. I'm working on a canvas right now that I've had hanging up this way that had a little dent on the border, and I can't even really tell you where it was right now. It seems to have sprung back. So this is a good way, I think, to store really wide diamond paintings that didn't come with a box and kind of keep them out of your way. They can hang flat, and I probably have 6 or 8 canvases hanging up this way. So that's how I store my unfinished diamond paintings. Now let me show you how I store my finished diamond paintings. Now I always feel like the best way to store a finished diamond painting is actually framed and hanging up on a wall. And of course I have a number of these in my house already. I usually only frame, especially professionally frame, pieces that are really special to me, that I really like, that fit the style of my house and all those things. But if you're a diamond painting hobbyist who's pretty serious about diamond painting, your wall space will quickly be outmatched by your finishes. And so one way that I store my finished diamond paintings that would totally work for unfinished canvases as well is in some foam board portfolios. These are completely homemade, obviously, and very inexpensive to create. This is the size that I would use for my smaller size diamond paintings. This foam board is about 20 by 30 inches, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 by 75-ish centimeters. And of course, I'm not going to be able to fit a full 50-inch canvas in this because of those borders on my diamond paintings. But my canvases that are about 40 by 60 or smaller, I store in one of these. What I did was make a poster board sandwich. I taped my edges closed, just put some duct tape over the edge on 3 sides. And then I wrapped some duct tape around to make this really tight and really stable because I want to hold those drills down really fast to the canvas. And then normally I make a little note of what is inside. So if I'm looking for a particular finish, I decide I want to frame it after all, I'll know exactly which portfolio I'm looking in. Normally I would clamp the top with some alligator clips to keep this really closed. I need to grab some of those next time I'm at the office supply store, so I will do that. But that keeps this really tightly sealed on all 4 sides. It keeps the drills nice and flat against the canvas. Of course, I store these flat, so gravity also helps. I can probably fit 8, it depends greatly on the canvases themselves and how big they are, but I can probably fit 8 to 10 canvases in a portfolio like this. Now, for my big finishes, I use a piece of poster board that is 32 by 40. The only place I've been able to find a poster board that big near me is at Hobby Lobby. So they carry a 32 by 40 inch poster board, which is about 80 by 100 centimeters. I think you could probably fit a 70 by 90 centimeter canvas in those portfolios. So those are really big. They take up a lot of space under my bed, but that way I have an option for up to a 70 by 90. Now, of course, every way that I listed to store unfinished canvases could also be used to store finished canvases, although I think a finished canvas might be too heavy for the hanger method. I definitely have put finished canvases in the trifold boards before. I definitely have stored finished canvases in boxes with the drills rolled out before, with just a loose rubber band around. So that's the story, you guys. That's how I store my diamond painting canvases. It works really well for me. If you have storage tricks that you would like to share, please drop them in the comments below. I know my viewers would really appreciate hearing them, and we have a lot of wisdom here in our community. And I know we're always willing to help each other out, which is one thing I love about us. I love us. I hope you guys have an absolutely marvelous week. It's been great hanging out with you today. As always, spread some joy wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.